Hold on. Testing. Testing. Oh. Gonna get nice. Alright, cool. Hey, what's up guys? What's up? How's it going? So this is kind of a new angle I'm doing this. This time now you're looking at me, you know, in a different angle from the camera. So this is the famous TV now. Well, famous for my YouTube it is too, where I put the videos. I have like exposure. I've done like a little house thing video recently, but you know I decided to put this up. So what am I doing? So I decided to take a break for today from playing like video games, like gameplays, and I've decided to just share some mementos. So what I want to do is just pull up a couple things that mean a lot to me or have meant a lot to me in my childhood or now, and yeah, I just want to share some of those things with you guys. It's been a while since I've done stuff like this, but I feel like it's pretty cool, you know, to kind of see how far I've come as a person, or how much I've developed, or how I've been able to grow. Sometimes I feel like I'm still a certain way, and honestly, I feel like that's cool because I feel like people sometimes change for the wrong reasons, whether it's like pressure from society or pressure from factors. Like I believe in the sense that if a person is to develop to which they want to develop, it has to happen naturally. Like it has to be something that comes from within, not something that's being told by outside forces. You have to be able to develop your own self, your own sense of worth being for that to work. So but I mean that's it's all good. And it's all good and all, but like I say, it's up to the person to develop itself. You cannot force it. We have to develop our own sense of worth, and we're all worth. We all have our value in this earth. As we're growing up, and it's always kind of weird because sometimes we feel every day we feel like maybe when stuff happens you think, oh God, why is this happening? Or if let's say you have people telling you that let's say you're doing something and someone tells you, oh, you shouldn't do that, or or like you're not good at it. Again, we have to remember that besides all that stuff, we just have to kind of relax, look straight ahead, and just say, you know what, I'm following my own. Well, it's funny because I call my path. No, I call it my revolutionary path, or my revolutionary path towards my purpose. I call it my revolutionary path, and I think it's a pretty cool name, and you guys can adopt that name as well, because it's very it feels very bold, powerful. Your revolutionary path towards finding yourself. So okay, with that aside, let's start these videos. So the first bit I wanted to share is a little memento. My first memento is this CD. I know it's kind of hard to see, so I'm gonna put it up onto the camera. So what is it? What it is it's like an encyclopedia, and this is honestly where I think my very first, well, I wouldn't say my first because I had other CDs before. See, I've used a computer at a very young age, so I was able to get used to the type of stuff and all that. I remember we had a Sony Vaio. That was our very first computer, Sony Vaio. And my mom used to buy me like these encyclopedias on CDs because she knew how much I loved reading about history. Actually, in fact, the very first encyclopedia I ever owned was these right here. So these are the old World Book Encyclopedia. These are actually from like 1988. In fact, these are so old that if there's a book, I think it's on G, where the G books edition, if you go to like, let's say Germany, pre-1990, if you guys remember, there was no such thing as Germany. That is now. There was two Germanys back then. You had a capitalist West Germany, or a democratic West Germany. Then you had a socialist / communist state known as East Germany. So you had both sides. So this is during the Cold War. This is basically the ending years of the Cold War. And so it's funny how looking back you're like, oh, there used to be an East Germany and a West Germany, not just Germany. So that was pretty interesting. So these books always have very nostalgic value. Let's see. And but yeah, so going back to the CD a bit. I used to like read all encyclopedias on the computer, you know. So you know, history always fascinated me. Like something that always fascinated me was like learning. I think learning is a tool that helps all of us achieve the greatest desires, and I feel it would just become more what's the word? More aware of what's going on in the world, and how we can, you know, eventually get to a point where we can actually judge things based on what they are, not you know, not from what our preconceptions wants us to tell. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. So I just want to share like this is only my first of 5 videos, so this is only my first memento. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll go on to the next video.